Hi, welcome back. So, this is just going to be a quick intro because I did a stream on Twitch that is live of a mix breakdown. And yeah, check it out. If you like it, consider subscribing, and maybe I'll see you in the next one. Yes? Bye. Welcome. We're gonna do a mix breakdown today. It's a song by Latanya Alberto. I mixed this a while ago, but it's one of the first streams, the second one actually, but still gonna show you what I did. So let's play the song first and you can figure it out. Oh, figure it out, sorry. You can hear it and check it out. Okay.
Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, heart rate.
Yes.
Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate. Under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day. Keep on, hold my mind, keep my mind. Discover how hard I fight. Voice is getting louder. Though I still see just what I wanna see. You're telling me that you need time to leave, time to breathe out a negativity. Though it seems to me it's a wonderful time to share my body with you spiritually. 'Cause I keep walking back slowly, walking back home. Rather walk back home alone. Walking back slowly, walking back slow. Rather walk back home alone. Walking back.
Well, that's kind of, you get a sense of the feeling of the song. It's a lovely song. Well, let's dive into it. Mute some stuff. Let's start with part of the lead and the verse.
Keep on, keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day. Hold my mind, keep my mind. Discover how hard I fight. Voice is getting loud. Keep on.
Well, as you can hear, she recorded it perfectly. Very good vocalist. So, yeah, let me put the reverbs off and show you how it sounds completely bare.
Keep on, keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day.
So that's the basic, what she did. Still very good quality, as you can hear. Well, I'll show you what I did. I did a low pass and took a little bit of 346 hertz out, a little bit of 760 to just clean it up a notch. And
keep on, keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute.
I'll put a de-esser on it because sometimes we're getting a little bit sharp.
Keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day. Hold my mind, keep my mind.
And I'll put an 1176 on it. I always like to work compression in series, so you can do a little bit more compression without getting artifacts, and I just love the color that you get from these plugins.
Keep on, keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day.
I also put a LA2A on it. And the same thing, not too much compression, just to level it out a little bit. The LA2A is more of the overall, and the 1176 is more to take the peaks.
Keep on, keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day.
So yeah, that's what those did. After that, I put a distortion plugin on it, Decapitator by Sound Toys. Just love how it sounds. These are the settings, and this is how it sounds in and out.
Keep on, I keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day. Hold my mind, keep my mind, discover how hard I fight.
It's just to get it a little bit more character, more grit, so to say. And I'll put a UAD Poltec on it, just to get it a little bit more in front.
Keep on, I keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day. Hold my mind, keep my mind.
Just to give it a little bit of air and a little bit of presence, just to make it pop a little bit more in there. So, and also I'll put delay on it with a little alter boy up front. Is a very cool trick. If you just pitch it up an octave, keep the dry rate a little bit slow, then you get a delay that sounds from this
Keep on, I keep my heart rate.
to this.
Keep on, I keep my heart rate under 60 beats.
Just gives it a little bit more character. It's a little bit more different. And I'll put a plate reverb on it as I thought. Yes, a plate reverb with a compressor afterwards.
Keep on, I keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day. Hold my mind, keep my mind, discover how hard I fight.
I know it doesn't seem like the compressors do much now, but I use this as a bus and all the other things are coming through. So later you will see that it's working a lot better, more than what it's doing now, since now it's only one channel. So I'll show you how that sounds in contrast with the music. I left all the background vocals still off.
Keep on, I keep my heart rate under 60 beats a minute, more than 60 a day. Hold my mind, keep my mind, discover how hard I fight.
So that's just the lead verse. Let's quickly go to the drums and see what I did. It's actually not quite a lot. Let me go to a part where it's all replaying. I just made some space for the bass here, and I put a little bit of distortion on it, just to make it sound a little bit more cooler, a little bit more character, a little more grit, so to say. Same with the snare, just cleaned it up a little bit, gave it a little bit more presence, and also some distortion for some more character. That's how it was initially. It's not really fair because the saturation knob changes the volume, so you can't really hear it good, but it just pops a little bit better through the mix. Put a little bit of plate reverb, the same one that I used for the vocals, so you just get a little bit more overall volume. Then the whole bus of the drums is going to another 11/6 that I used for some parallel compression. And I took a little bit of presence out to make some space for the vocals. One second, I have to put this one on as well, or else you won't hear the reverb. Actually, I didn't do a lot of panning because I liked how the producer switched up the drums. Because as you can hear, the kick is playing in the left and right. I didn't do nothing else. I just mixed it. That's all credit to him. So that was actually the drums. Then let's go to the melodic parts. So I'll show you what I did. I'll take the 808 out for now. Let me just... That's only in the last part. I was wondering why I couldn't hear anything. But I'll show you what I did here. I just wanted to give it a little bit more rhythm, a little bit more panning, just a little more interest. So it variates a little. It's a little bit modulating. As you can see, it's just on a rhythm shape with a half a note. And I put a lot of reverb on it, just push it a little bit more into the background. These are the main chords. Just put the same plate on, as you can see, that I used for the vocals. And this is a crystallizer plugin. This is how it sounds without. This gives some more space. This just gives a little bit more character to it. It's very subtle, but all in all, it just gives a nice vibe to the song. So, now to the 808. But for the 808, I will have to put on the kick, or else it doesn't... it's all about contrast, how you can see it. And I'm going to show you how I had the 808, how I received it. So I did some stuff to it. Now let's get into it. First, saturation up to just get the dirt in. I keep it on the keep low setting, so it means it only affects from mid-range to up. Then the low is just staying straight. Just boost the level again. I did some EQ to cut a little bit out to make some space for the kick, and just a low pass because below 21 Hertz we don't really need it that much, and it still fades out, so you still have some, but it's just not as much. A compressor to sidechain to the kick. A decapitator to again increase the distortion. So you can hear it again good when it comes into the mix on lower, smaller speakers. You can still hear it properly. Now it's just right there, it pops through. So that's that. Then I wanted to create a little bit more width, so I added a micro shift. And I changed the focus up. So what happens is that it does not affect the lower signals, kind of like a side chain feature, but it side chains to the frequency that it responds to. So this is without, and this with. Just adds a little bit to the whole track. It gives it a little bit more width. Now I'm just gonna push all of them on with the lead so you can hear how it sounds in context.
Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on.
Now let's go to the chorus. We can hear the verse from the chorus. because I did a little bit more stuff. It's almost the same, but not exact. So
'Cause I keep walking back slowly, walking back.
again, this is just a bare, nothing done to it. So I'm gonna put the same EQ on, as you can see in the DSR. It's all the same as the other one, because I like to keep a bass mixing basic channel strip for everything. If I get a sound that I like, unless I want to go for something really drastic, of course. But in this song, it was kind of the same vibe, so that's good. Same with the compressors, so they're all the same. Put them on again. The decapitator and the Paltec EQ, all the same again. Just to give it a little bit more. I think I actually added a little bit more boost in the air frequency and the presence frequency in the verse for the chorus, in the chorus, I mean, because I just wanted to pop out a little bit more, just a little bit variance. But I don't remember actually, but I think that was what I did. So it sounds like this.
'Cause I keep walking back slowly, walking back.
There you put the delay and the plates on, the plate reverb on.
'Cause I keep walking back slowly, walking back home.
And one thing I did to change up the chorus from the verse is I added a octave below, and I just put it in parallel just so it added a little bit more depth. I'll put the reverb and the delay off so you can hear what I mean.
'Cause I keep walking back slowly, walking back home. Rather walk back home alone. Walking back slowly, walking back slowly.
It just adds a little bit of dimension to it, a little bit more depth. So with the whole channel strip on,
'Cause I keep walking back slowly, walking back home. Rather walk back home alone.
let me see. Yes, my light just went off. Sorry. I think it's still bright enough, but yeah. I don't know why it went off. I think the battery's dead. But anyhow, show must go on. So yeah, that's what I did in the chorus. Let's keep this one on as well. In a group for the chorus, how I did the background. Just mute the main for a second, you can hear. So these are the separate sounds. As you can see, I didn't do a lot to them. I just placed the gain on it, probably to automate. Let me see. Nope, not even. I just leveled out the gain with them. So let's see what I did. This is how it was in the channel strip. Now mute everything. They're all, I kept them all straight in the middle for now, but I'll blend them out with the micro shift. So first I clean it up with an EQ. I processed them as a group because I wanted to have the uniformity between them. It's like a whole wall of sound that I wanted to create. So I think I achieved that with this. That's why I compressed them all together. I chose the LA2A over here because it's not a transient sound. It's not a percussive sound. It's very slow. It's very smooth. So I think I get the best results with the LA2A. And again, I like the character that it brings. Then I put another passive EQ. I put it in mid side, and actually they're all the same, so it's just like a normal EQ. I didn't change anything a lot. I just took out some mids, as you can see, 11 dB down at 1050k, something like that. And this is how it sounds. I did it so it leaves a little bit more space for the main vocal. So if you can hear the main vocal with it. Just fights a little bit more when you keep it on, when you keep it off. So that's why I took that out. So there's a little bit more space for the main vocal. I put a micro shift on it again to spread it out because that's how I wanted to create the width. I used option 3. I put a little bit of focus so the low is not that much affected. I left the detune and the delay. This is how it sounds. But I still wanted to create a little bit more depth, so I used the plate reverb again that I use for all the vocals. I only like to use 2 or 3, maybe 4 at most, of buses for my reverbs, so you can get a more uniform sound. They all sound like they're in the same space. Of course, if you want an extreme effect, then I wouldn't, but I usually use them as buses. And if I want to put something really back, I'll put them on as an insert, because then the dry level will go down. If you use a bus, the dry level will always stay up and the wet level will just go up and down, so it will always stay up front. You can use that with pre-delay as well, easier, and you can affect with a bus the reverb sound a lot more. You can do a lot of tips and tricks, like what I did with the delay for the pitch shifting. Before the delay, you can use EQ, compression, whatever. It's just more versatile. But if you want to push something really to the back, put it as an insert, and you can take out the dry sound completely. So that's how it sounds so far. Let me take all the channels out. You can hear this group. It's called an extra group. Again, I use the micro shift. This is what it sounds. I took an equalizer to clean out the low bits and give a little bit more air to it. Just some compression and a micro shift. And this is what it sounds like. It just creates a little bit more depth to it. Then I use a bus with the crystallizer again to give it a little bit of a different texture. As you can see, it just creates a little bit more character, a little bit different. It's not just the delay, it's also a reverb and just some weird stuff going on. But yeah, if I put that on with the backgrounds and the verse as well, this is what we get. So yeah, that's what we created so far. Then let's go to the other extras. Right in the beginning, I did not use the micro shift over here because I wanted to have a little bit more control on how I pitch them. And I used a little alter boy and some other stuff to just create some extra details. Let me mute the lead so you can exactly hear what I'm doing. Let me just go a little bit more into depth. For this lead backing, these two, I think it's a fifth. I pitch shifted them down a fifth, and played a little bit different with the dry wet, so you can just have a little bit more difference in it. But this is how it sounds. Sorry, I forgot to mute this. Unmute this.
Keep on, keep on.
Again, I use the crystal light to get a little bit of that stuttery delay effect, a little bit more texture to it. Let's go into the lower part, the pitch down part. Here I did a little bit more, of course. You can see here is a pitch down version, dry wet, so it's not 100% dry. I use a compressor, and a microshift. I put the microshift off, and now you can hear how it sounds without. With the microshift to make it wider. So these two, it's just the same thing. They just panned a little bit different, as you can see, left and right. Let me put these back on. All these as well. With the lead verse. So this is what we got so far.
Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate on the.
And now the last bit is the atmospheres. And I think I just used this one.
Though I still see just what I wanna see. You're telling me that you need time to leave, time to breathe out. I wanna see. You're telling me that you need time to leave, time to breathe out. No care, no gravitation, no food, no liberation. So no.
Let me just take this little piece here, so you can hear what I exactly did. I'm gonna unmute. I'm gonna mute everything again. So we can just hear the atmos. So this is how it sounds without anything on it. I just used an EQ to clean it up, and then then again a compression as a limiter to just level it out again. It's still a smooth vocal, so I use the LA2A. But the thing is, I wanted it a little bit vibey, so I put the plate and the crystallizer back on. But it didn't have enough character for me, so what I did then, I put a phaser on it. I use a phase mistress from Sound Toys, and this is actually what it does. It's very subtle because I put it with a mix knob, so it's actually in parallel as well. But I just want it to be a little bit subtle, so it just, created this ambient, this vibe, so you could just, continue nicely out of it. And get a different vibe and texture out of it actually. So yeah, that is actually what I did in sense to the whole song. Let me unmute everything. Let's start from here.
But what it means to me, you cannot see. I choose to levitate, to move past the sense of contemplation. My skin is golden plated. No care, no gravitation. No food, no liberation. Send off a soul exchange. Though you
There's still some stuff muted. Sorry.
golden plated. No care, no gravitation. No food, no liberation. Send off a soul exchange. Though you still smell amazing. Keep on, keep my heart rate. Keep on, keep my heart rate. 'Cause I keep walking back slow. Walking back home. Rather walk back home alone. Walking back slow. Walking back slow. Rather walk back home alone. Keep on walking back. Keep my heart rate. 'Cause I keep walking back slow. My heart walking back home. Rather walk back home alone. Walking back slow.
So yeah, that was the mixed breakdown of the song from Latanya Alberto, Heart Rate. I hope you guys enjoyed it and tune in for the next one. And yeah, that's it, man. Tell me if you liked it or not, and maybe you got some tips or anything else you want to see, you want to know more about, and I can go in depth. Let me know, and I'll maybe see you in the next one. I hope you liked the video. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. If you have other tips about content that you want me to create or not, or things you want to know, hit me up in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Fuck. Okay. Bye.